everyone. My name is Chloe, and today I'm here to tell you about 10 books that I could not wait to get my hands on. Like, I was so excited for these books, and I finally got a copy, and I was like thrilled about all 10 of these. And yet they're still sitting here unread. So this video is to kind of shame myself for not reading these and to get you guys to give me input. Which ones do I really have to read? Re-hype me about these because I want to read all of these and I don't know why they're still sitting here. But the first one is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. So I heard so many good things about this and I really like the idea of kind of pushing myself out of my comfort zone. So this book is about a world in which we have conquered death. Death is not a thing. So now there's these things called scythes that determine who lives and who dies and kind of just cleanse the population every now and again. And I love a dystopian if it is set in a world that's really easy to understand. So things like the Hunger Games and things that are like more like middle grade, I really enjoy because the worlds are easy to understand. I get it. And this one, I've heard really good things. And so I really want to try this. I got a copy and yet it's still sitting here. And it's like a perfect copy. I can't wait to try it. Make me try this, you guys. The next one is Big Summer by Jennifer Weiner. So I saw this on a swap group and I was like, yes, I need that. So when I say that I like had to get these as soon as I can, you guys know I very rarely buy a brand new book. And so I keep my eyes out on all sorts of things like Amazon for when the price drops or swap groups or things like that. So this one I saw in a swap group and I was like, okay, I need this book. So this is about two friends and something happens, I think, and they lose touch. And then one of them comes back and is like, hey, I need you to come to this wedding on Cape Cod with me. And there's secrets, there's strained friendship relationships. One of them is a plus size Instagram influencer. And I just think this sounds so good. And Jennifer Weiner is one of the people that got me into women's fiction. And I have loved her work. And so I don't know why I haven't tried this, but I need to for sure. The next one is The Last Flight by Julie Clark. So this one is one that I think sounds so good. So this is a thriller about two women who I think they meet in the airport and they decide to switch flights and one goes where the other one was going to go and vice versa. Well, one of the planes crashes. And so the world assumes one of them is dead, but since they switched, it's actually the other. I think I really don't want to know a whole lot about this, but you guys, this is short and I've heard great things. I love this cover. I think it's really creepy and I don't know why I haven't picked this up. The next one is Things Jolie Needs to Do Before She Bites It by Carrie Winfrey. So I read the Waiting for Tom Hanks series and I loved it, you guys. I loved it. And so I immediately went onto Amazon and put everything by Carrie Winfrey, which I think is only two like YA books that she had written before. I put them on my wish list and one of my sweet subscribers sent this. And like I said, I was thrilled when I got this and I wanted to pick it up immediately and didn't. And now it's still sitting here. And I still am so excited because I love Carrie Winfrey's writing style. And I think this one, I'm like, okay, because she has such a small backlist, I'm like hesitant to pick it up because if I love it, then what? And because this is YA and her others have been adult, I also don't want to like spoil her in my head if I don't like her YA. I don't know, but I love this cover and I just think this is so great. So I really want to pick this up. Next is a somewhat recent one, so I don't feel too much shame about this one, but In a Book Club Far Away by Tiff Marcello. This was a Book of the Month pick, and so I just got this. This is about a bunch of women in a book club, and I just love these women's fiction books, especially if they're around books. I got this from Book of the Month, thought I was going to read it as soon as it came in my door. I have not. Next is A Mother's Goodbye, and this is by Kate Hewitt. So I was given this by Forever Publishing, so thank you to Forever. This one is about a young girl who finds herself pregnant, and she knows she can't take care of her baby, and so she's going to give it up maybe, but then she finds this woman who kind of decides to like take her in. I think their lives intertwine, and they kind of co-parent potentially. I don't know. I don't want to know a whole lot about this, but it says, will either mother know what's the right thing to do for the child they both love? Because something crazy happens, and I just think that mothering dynamic and young parents for some reason like fascinate me, just because I had my first child at 27, I think, and I don't know how I would have done it if I was any younger, and so I am fascinated by that. But overall, I think just this like defining motherhood and all of that is so interesting, and I really cannot wait to read this. Next is Family for Beginners by Catherine Sinner. So Catherine Sinner is another one that I read a few of her books, loved them all, so I immediately went and put them all on my wish list, any that I did not have. And this one especially is about this woman. I think she goes off into the wilderness and just kind of gets some perspective on life. And I think those kind of things where you can really step out of like your day-to-day life and get a bigger picture. I love those kind of stories. And so this one I think has sat on my shelf because I can only get it physically as far as I know, and like I just have been so like slumpy about physical reading, but I need to get this one ASAP. Kind of same goes with this one. This one I think I can only get physically, but this is Masterclass by Christina Dulcher. So this is another dystopian, and in this world, children are born and they are given a Q score, and that Q score determines where they're going to go to school. If they're going to go to like an elite school, or if they're going to go to like a state-funded, really crummy, not great school. And I think your class is kind of determined by that Q score. And this is about a woman who she teaches at one of the elite schools, and then her daughter takes the test and bombs it, and so things change. I think things get a little bit weird in here, so really excited to read this one. And I just love this cover. Like, you can't really tell, but it like glows green. It's awesome. The last two are both ones that I have digitally. I purchased this first one like immediately. So the first one is Eastern Lights by Brittany C. Cherry. So you guys know that I love Brittany C. Cherry, and this is the kind of sequel to Southern Storms. I really like Southern Storms. The character that is followed in Eastern Lights, I really liked in Southern Storms. So I don't know why it's sitting on my Kindle just waiting for me, and I have yet to pick it up. And then the last one is one that I have so much shame over because it is Evidence of the Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So Taylor Jenkins Reid, another author, another author that I just love. And this is a short story written, I think, in epistolary format about a man and a woman whose husband and wife are cheating with each other. I hope that makes sense. But like, his wife is cheating with her husband, and so they start writing letters to each other. And I have heard it is so good. And this was like, it was a freebie that popped up one day, and I was so excited, wanted to read it that night, never did. And I think I might be buddy reading it next month in June. So I think I'm going to rectify that situation soon, but I don't know. And it has taken so long. So those are 10 books that for some reason I am sleeping on, despite, like, I think maybe these are 5-star predictions. I don't know. I'm so stingy with 5 stars. I hate to call this a 5-star prediction, but these are 10 books that I really think I'm going to enjoy, and yet I have not picked them up. So let me know if you've read any of these, what you think. Some of them are kind of pushing myself out of my comfort zone, a couple dystopians, a couple different things. So let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.